Hey, hello everybody. How are you? I wanted to show you this recipe. Basically, around this time of year, a lot of people start getting sick. And, if you haven't seen my other videos on herbal remedies and things like that, because I do a lot of herbalism, please, look back to my channel for the information on herbal remedies. But one common thing that's used for colds a lot of times is chicken soup. I love chicken soup, and everyone in my family loves chicken soup. So what I'm going to show you today is how to make your own chicken soup. Now, what I've done here is I've gone to BJ's, but I believe Costco has the same thing. And what we have here is a couple of rotisserie chickens, and they cost only $5 each. $5. So I got two of them here. Okay, now this is just a regular rotisserie chicken, oven roasted. You can see it in there. Okay, and I have two of them here. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be ripping the meat off of these chickens and saving, the bones and everything, and the skin and whatever I can, and I'm going to be putting that into a big pot with a lot of boiling water, and I'm going to be making chicken soup. This is a very, very economical way to make chicken soup, and it's delicious, and you don't have to worry about a lot of added stuff that you wouldn't necessarily want in your soup. So I'm going to be making this chicken soup. I'm going to be adding some soup greens, and you could use the meat on the chicken for not only the soup, but also you could have another meal altogether, just a chicken, or you can make all kinds of things with the chicken. Even if you wanted to make I don't know, anything that you would put chicken in, shredded chicken, or bits of chicken. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. And I'm also going to be making my famous cranberry sauce. I'm going to be making a whole lot of it. Anyhow, that's what I'm doing today, and I'm going to be, I'm rambling again. I'm going to be sharing how to do this with you. Now, Thanksgiving's coming, so you can do this exact same thing that I'm going to show you today with the bones from your turkey that is coming up. Okay, and you can make yourself some really, really delicious turkey soup, which is one of my favorite things of all time, is turkey soup. So you could do the exact same thing I'm showing you here with these chickens with turkey, and go for it. But anyhow, chicken soup, I'll show you how to do that. I got two of these. I could certainly upsize and get 3 or more, but this is what I'm going with. Alright, so stay tuned. Alright, so I deboned those 2 chickens, and there's the chicken, there's the bones. Alright, there's only one way to do this that I know of. That's with your hands. Not a pretty job, but gotta do what you gotta do when it comes to chicken. Anyhow, we're going to put some water on that, but I'm going to transfer that to a different pot. After my cranberry sauce is done, I'm going to use that same pot in the other room. But at least now, I got that chicken. I'm going to refrigerate that and put that away. Alright, we'll be back. Alright, these are some of the things we're going to be putting into our chicken soup. We have celery and carrot, leek, parsnip, turnip, onion, garlic, and then there is lemon thyme from the garden, and parsley, and dill. Alright, so that's what we're going to do. You could add what you want to add to your soup. We're also going to cut up a little pieces of chicken and throw that in there as well. Oh yeah, garlic. Did I mention garlic? Garlic is wonderful. Italians love garlic. Anyhow, there we go. That's what we're putting into our soup. Alright, back to chicken soup. I had put the chicken into the pot, the bones and all that I saved. Filled it up with some water, and I am bringing this to a boil. And I'm going to simmer that for a couple hours, probably like 2 or 3. It's already been going now for about an hour. And I'm going to let it go probably for like another hour, hour and a half. Then I'm going to strain out the broth, and we'll have chicken soup. Alright, talk to you soon. Alright, so I have a colander set up in another pot, and I am going to pour in the broth. I'm going to stop there for now. And that's what I got so far. It's too much for me to put into this pot, so I'm going to pour it into this container. Put this back, and I am going to do the rest of my chicken broth. Okay. All right. Now that I've come that far, I'm going to take the broth and add it back to my pot. Before I do that though, I'm going to let that sit a little bit. Now, the reason I'm letting that sit is because I don't know if you could see, I'll zoom in on that for you. The fat is rising to the top. You see that narrow band of fat on the top? So what I'm going to do is I am going to take another container and strain the fat off into that other container. I'm going to do the same with this over here. If you were watching my other video on the cranberry sauce, that was the timer for the canning processing to be finished. Okay. Alright, so now that I've strained off the fat, I'm going to add that back to my pot. till it looks like about that much. And then I'm going to add my other ingredients. I have the carrots, celery, onion, parsnip, and leeks. Got the herbs. Okay, I'm going to put all this stuff on my blog so you can see, print out what I'm putting in here. Italian chicken soup. Actually, this isn't Italian chicken soup, this is the regular chicken soup. I have another recipe on my blog. Italian chicken soup like my grandma used to make. Okay, so I'm going to let that cook probably for about an hour. Thing back on. And while we're waiting for that to come up to a boil, I'm going to put the top back on that. Top back on that, and at this point, I'm going to start cutting up some chicken to throw in there as well. Okay? Alright, we'll be back. Alright, this is about the chicken that I'm going to be adding to that soup. I just cut it up into small little pieces, and we're going to be good to go. Wow, this has been a whole day of cooking. That's the soup that I made. We had a couple bowls for dinner, and that's what's left over. I got 3 quarts and a half left over. It was really delicious. I just want to tell you, this soup has no added MSG, no added anything that you wouldn't want in your soup. The one thing I would tell you though is this is a low sodium soup. The way I kind of like to make soups like this is low sodium. What I do is I have the soup like this, make it, and then salt in my bowl little by little till I hit the sweet spot that I like. Because a lot of times you get soup and it's way too salty. And if you have some folks over that are watching their salt intake, you can certainly appreciate being able to serve them something that is wholesome goodness and low salt to boot. Alright, so I hope that was helpful for you, and definitely give it a shot. If you think about it, I spent $10 on 2 chickens. I had a meal of chicken. I have some leftover chicken. There's chicken in the chicken soup, and I got 1, 2, 3 and a half left over, and I had a meal with the soup and some Italian bread. So it's not bad out of $10, and a couple of vegetables, spices. Anyway, hope you found that helpful, and until next time, take care.